Happy Friday, Canterbury. You have reached the end of the week. Congratulations. It is Friday, the 11th of December. I'm Andrea Allen, and thank you so much for joining us today on Canterbury Live. We definitely have a real community feel today, and that's the way it should be around the special magical time of Christmas. But let's go back in history. 11th of December. First up, you may not recognise them, no, but I certainly do from my youth. Yes, bassist for Motley Crue, Nicky Sixx, is 57 today. He's not looking too bad, is he really? I do remember rocking out to him. In fact, I've actually still got a t-shirt of his. He was the co-founder of Motley Crue and was the primary songwriter of the band. So happy 57th birthday, Nicky. Moving on, do you remember this? Good times. Magnum PI just brings a smile to my face. It was a great series and it started today in 1980. It was an American crime drama series starring Tom Selleck, of course, that wonderful moustache and that trademark shirt of his, and he played Thomas Magnum, a private investigator living on Oahu in Hawaii. And the series ran from 1980 to 88. That's right. Awesome. Good times. Next up, 1981. It was his last fight.
Fighting out of the blue corner at 236 pounds, 3 times the former heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali.
Listen to the hand for the great ex-champion.
Such a sad piece of footage there, because you just see the man, he is just punch drunk, so tired and so much at the end of his career. It was his 61st and last fight. He fought Jamaican boxer Trevor Berbick. It was a unanimous decision. Yes, his defeat before a crowd of 10,000 at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Centre in Nassau, the Bahamas, at the age of 39. He retired for good after it though, because that was his second attempt to get back in. But as you could see there, definitely he was at his end. But we can't take away from he is one of the most influential sportsmen of the 20th century without a doubt. Rightio, giveaways, we love giving giveaways, and you haven't got long, no. Movie tickets from the Hoyts team. Remember, you need to have your entries in by next Wednesday. We will be announcing, because we close up on Fridays, so you'll have to be in to pick them up. And this wonderful painting from Ira Mitchell-Kirk, $1,200, and it is an original. You can call through to our team on 03 379 7100 or go to our website ctv.co.nz to our competition page. Rightio, coming up on today's show, the lovely, charming City Commissioner, Mr. Michael Gorman, joins me, and it is a very busy time. Lots of cooking, and they need your support. And we catch up with Dean Simmons on the couch, giving us all the rundown of all the gig guide, what's going on with events and SPCA here. They have another dog to adopt, and I promise everyone at home I will not be adopting this dog. No, I will sit on my hands. But first up, to another wonderful organisation that will be busy, very busy around this time, and always, the Salvation Army. Good morning, gentlemen, and Merry Christmas to you all. And John, you just made a comment there that you remember the first fight of Muhammad Ali.
That's right, I was a young lad at primary school, listening to it on the radio. Sonny Liston.
And could you hear the energy?
It was very crackled though, coming from the USA at that time. In those days, you know, that was
a different man though.
Longer than I would like to admit.
Yeah. A different man though you saw there for his last fight though, my goodness. Yes. Lindsay and John, it is a huge time for the Salvation Army, really. It's always busy, but it goes up to another level, doesn't it, around this time?
Yes, it does. Yeah. We've been finding that there's been a continual rise in the number of families coming forward for assistance. This year, on average, 315 new families a week.
A week?
And throughout New Zealand, and equating to 17,000 families a year that the Salvation Army has assisted. And it's about not giving a handout, but a help up. So we go on a journey with people to try and make a difference in these circumstances.
I love that. I love a help up and giving them tools to actually move forward. John, the Christmas appeal.
Yes.
You're crying out, come on everyone, dig deep in your pockets. Tell us about the Christmas appeal and how we can be a part of it.
Well, you can donate online. Another way to go is just to pop into a Salvation Army store, give a donation at the store, or Kmart. You know, at this time of the year, Kmart right behind us, and a Countdown and Bunnings and that type of place. You know, go along to there, ask to leave a donation. That'll be fine.
It's nice that people are gifting, say, presents and things like that, but you can't beat the almighty dollar though, can you?
No, because in times of need, people don't just need gifts. They need support, and so it's the money we collect now helps people at the end of January when the first payable comes in, and that, you know, the school uniforms with the warehouse stationery on board with us, and fantastic.
Yeah, it is wonderful. There's a lot of great community support there. Lindsay, for you, you've seen obviously over the years a lot of things, and things change, needs change as well with families. One thing that doesn't change is love. The children just need love, don't they?
They do, that's very true. And we're finding that with the crisis of living, where people are struggling financially, sometimes the ability to love and share love in the family is something that gets left out. And we're about trying to bring them back to providing the facility and the means of actually coping. So whether that's with food, whether it's with a listening ear, sometimes even just a smile is enough to make a difference, and giving people a sense of hope and future. And that helps them then to kick back into where they want to be, and that's sharing love with family. So it's about the holistic journey with people, not just about putting a band-aid over something that is the immediate need today.
Exactly. John, there were some great words that Lindsay just said there, and it's about time, isn't it? Because when you're trying to catch your tail always, those times to actually, those opportunities to sit down with your children and spend a time and listening goes out the window,
That's right.
doesn't it?
Yes.
No, it's a great time of the year. People like to help at this time of the year, and it reminds them about the love, you know, through the Christmas message.
Yeah,
And that's very important.
Yeah.
But we also have the wonderful Cilla Glasson, you know, has a great group of people who adopt a family at Christmas. So if anybody wants to adopt a family for support and buying presents for a particular family, we know the circumstances, and they want to do that, they can give me a call on my cell phone, and I'll put them in touch with Cilla, and we can organise things like that. It's just an extra. It's
My
wonderful.
goodness, that is a fantastic concept. Rather than just, not just giving, but if you actually know that you're giving it to a certain family
That's right,
with certain, I don't know, interests in that, isn't that so
It's
personal? Wonderful.
Now I'll give you my cell phone now, 027 217 6291.
Okay, 027, say it again.
027
Yep.
217 6291.
Okay, brilliant. And if you do miss that, just call through to us, 3797 100. We're to give you the details. Congratulations to you both.
Thank
On
you.
a personal level, Merry Christmas to you both, and thank you for your tireless work, and I hope you have a safe and happy Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
And
Andrew.
thank you,
Thanks for the
everybody.
opportunity, and thanks everyone in the community for helping.
You're more than welcome. Rightio, I love it, love it. Stay
you.
with us after the break, from one fantastic charity to another. The City Mission need our help as well, but the SPCA, love the animals. See you soon.
Where those street are.
Well, it's very dangerous because the most beautiful, beautiful dog has just come into the studio. We've got Willow down here, but the lovely Barry, CEO of SPCA Canterbury, and Shelby Huntley, who's a fundraising coordinator. And such a busy role, isn't it?
Yes, definitely
Merry
is.
Christmas.
Yeah, same to you.
And Merry Christmas to Willow. I've already said, though, I know you're trying to trip me up, Barry,
I
to
am.
adopt another dog. I love my hamster, but I can't take another dog. But she is gorgeous. Today is really great to have you here because a lot of people think that giving a pet at Christmas is such a cute thing to do. It's so lovely. Put a bow around them. But they need love and care.
Exactly.
Every day.
every day.
Do you find that's happening, Barry? People coming along to pick up a gift?
We don't actually hear that too often, actually. What we do find is it's more around mum and dad buying a kitten or a puppy for the kids and for the family, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I think you just need to be careful that, when you do that, kids being kids, after 3 months of all the responsibility of caring for a pet, it becomes mum and dad's dog or mum and dad's cat. And that happened to us, my daughter... dog's growling.
Holly, I know. It's all done. She actually can see herself in the mirror.
It's funny.
I know.
It's all right.
I do the same thing. Well, I scare myself in the morning. I look in the mirror as well. It's a bit frightening, these things. So the intention is for the children, but then...
Yeah, it becomes mum and dad's cat eventually, or mum and dad's dog, and that's fine. It's still part of the family, and I think that's the important thing, that when you have a pet, that it is very much a member of the family, and you have that pet for life, and you need to take that responsibility of caring for its needs and the veterinary costs and the expense that goes with that. So it is a long-term commitment.
Definitely, but so worth it, so worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Shelby,
Yes.
There is a lot of heat at the moment, and I've heard some frightening stories, not just children, but pets being left in those cars.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, it's quite dangerous, and it can heat up quite quickly inside a car. So you need to think about that when you're taking your animal out with you.
Yeah, if they don't want to have to break a window. But I tell you what, I wouldn't think twice about it if I saw a dog in distress in that. I mean, shoot me if I've helped them out. How about overfeeding though? I don't know about you, I've got Hank, my lovely Hank, has very generous grandparents that sort of slip him little snacks, and I know that they'll give it to him without me seeing.
Yeah.
But overfeeding must be a problem.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand that human food is very high in calorie intake for an animal, and dogs especially can quickly put on weight eating human food. So it's not a good idea to be feeding animals biscuits and cake and stuff like
Brandy
that.
snaps.
Yeah, exactly.
And things like that.
Especially at Christmas, I mean, some food's toxic for animals, so you shouldn't be feeding chocolate, grapes or raisins. That's very toxic and very dangerous. And also shouldn't be feeding them Christmas decorations at this time of the year either. So,
that's a point though,
the
isn't
choking
it?
hazards. Yeah.
Because they could look like like a biscuit or something hanging from there.
That's right.
And helping out. Yeah. Exercising, Shab, I don't know if you're the right person to ask about, but exercising your animals around this time.
Yes.
We really shouldn't be doing it in the peak of heat, should we?
No, and just make sure they're definitely getting plenty of water, and yeah, just keeping an eye on how they're going. So yeah.
Now we've got some dogs here now. So who's this?
So this is
on screen.
So we've got Mac on screen there.
Mac?
Yes.
Cool
and
name.
He's a bit of a crossbreed, a collie cross, high energy, super sweet, sweet dog. But yeah, definitely needs a home that makes sure he can get lots of exercise and lots of love.
Okay, next up.
So this is wee Aggie. So Aggie's been with us for just about 2.5 months now. Super sweet cat, just loves attention and affection, and just she needs to be an only cat. So someone who's looking for a furry friend to just love on, she would be perfect.
Beautiful. Oh,
and this is wee Kringle.
Kringle.
So he's been with us, for just over a month, and definitely looking for his forever home, and super sweet and cuddly. But yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's only a small portion of the animals available to adopt at SPCA, and I do encourage you to do it if you are looking at long-term commitment of having a pet, because the SPCA team step you right through it, and it's such an amazing journey with you. Merry Christmas to you both, and to you, Willow. I'm sure you'll be snapped up. You're just a little bit too divine, and I'm sorry, but I can't take you home. And I really mean that, Barry. I really do mean that.
I'll keep trying.
Now, quickly have a quick change and bring him in. Michael Gorman, City Mission.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what
That's nice. That's much better, isn't it?
Cheers, Suzanne.
Merry Christmas, Michael. How are you and the team faring on around this time? It's a very busy time, isn't it, down the City Mission?
Yeah, we're running to keep up.
You are?
Yeah, but it's a lovely time. You know, people are sort of happy and looking forward to it, and I love it when the kids come in and they look at our little tree, just like your little tree, and
yeah, exactly.
They get excited about that.
And you know what? That twinkle in the eye is what it's all about, isn't it, really?
It is.
Just
absolutely.
to keep that spirit of Christmas there. But you need our help though, Michael, don't you?
Well, I'm afraid we do. We putting on a big lunch, as we do each year, for about 650 people. You have to look at what you need, and we need pavlovas, and we need lamb, we need ham, and although we've had a wonderful gift of ham this year from one particular supplier.
And who's that? We should give them a shout out.
I think we should. It was Hellas, and they were just wonderful.
But they are, I tell you what, Hellas are a fantastic company though. They're so generous. They get out there and support so many different parts of our community, don't they? Yes. So they deserve a big shout out.
They do, and we're very grateful. But then we need the soft drinks, we need Christmas mince pies, we need all those things that make Christmas Christmas. Yeah.
They do, and even to the toys and the presents as well.
Yeah, no, well that's lovely that people are starting to to bring in toys for the children, and also for teenagers and for adults as well, because there are a lot of adults who actually don't get anybody to give them a Christmas present. And I think it's incredibly sad.
It is sad. Now, we were just talking briefly before, though the gifts are being given, they need to be brand new.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's about human dignity, isn't it, and respect.
Completely.
And to give a child a second-hand toy, what message is that really giving that child?
Yeah, it's criminal.
Well, I think it's sad.
Yeah, I think it's really sad. And it doesn't have to be an expensive one, but that it's actually brand new and it's theirs for the first time.
That's right. And some of these children, they don't have material possessions. Yeah. And so at Christmas time, we're able to sort of make them have a glimpse of being equal with the rest of society. And I think that's the least we can do, really.
Yeah, especially around this time.
And it's a great privilege for us at the mission to be able to help. I'm constantly amazed at and excited that we're able to be in a position to actually to give.
It is. It's great, isn't it? It's great. And you always think about, I know we say it quite a lot, but I always think there's always someone worse off than yourself.
Right. Although at the mission we always say, when we're dealing with you, you are the person who counts. You are the person we'll help.
And there we go. Volunteers, are you sorted for volunteers around this time?
We are. We've been very lucky. The response has been amazing. And so we've got the volunteers we need for Christmas. We need volunteers for the rest of the year, but we've got volunteers for Christmas.
Well, we've got some images that we need to put up there and show everyone. An innocent face, and there he is. In the white bed, Santa. That's it. It's making sure that belief and that little bit of magic is still there for the children. So so what have we got here? The children are lining up for bits and
Yes, they line up for Santa Claus. He arrives and it's very important and eagerly awaited. And then the children can go up and collect a present. And then the joy of watching those kids opening their parcels, it's just wonderful.
That's half the buzz, isn't it,
yes,
really?
It is.
It's opening it up in the eyes.
Yeah.
And look at all the Christmas pudding.
Yes, look at them all there. And it looks like we'll do that again this year with fruit salad and berries and pavlova, Christmas mince pie, all sorts of good things. Brandy snaps sometimes. And there are the volunteers there setting up the Christmas lunch as well.
Yeah, you've got to have brandy snaps, and tell you what, that's my favourite things on Christmas Day. When does the cooking start? Because it's you. How many are you catering for?
Well, we're catering for
average. It's hard,
always,
isn't it?
Because people don't have to say they're coming.
No.
So we're
RSVP?
Not exactly. So we're catering for, we think 600, 650.
Right.
And the cooking is, we can't start too early, obviously, because everything has to be fresh.
Yeah.
But we have this wonderful cook who cooks for us, starts the day before the festivity, and does it off-site, and then brings the food in. And we have to be very careful, of course, that it's healthy.
Can we give them a shout-out because they think they deserve a plug, or they quietly like to be the quiet angel?
Private individual. They are the angel, someone's angel.
Yeah,
and they
certainly are.
Bless us. Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you and the team. And remember, give generously, and City Mission are always grateful to receive those brand new presents for everyone, including the teenagers and adults. Thank you, Michael.
Thank
Radio,
you.
stay with us after the break. We catch up with Dean Simmons all about the events and gigs happening this weekend. See you soon.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane.
Oh, I thought you were going to dress up in like tux and croon to me as you came in.
Well, I've put the sort of
You came in.
Pine needle.
That really wasn't it? You look a pine needle.
I've got the pine needle shirt on.
There
we go.
With the Christmas tree.
Oh, that smells
Merry
good.
Christmas.
Thank you.
The fake tree?
That's
it's
lovely.
real. Are you serious?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is too. That's so
All
nice.
that sap. Dean Simmons, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, and you too.
There's a lot of gigs happening around this time.
I know.
Even though it's Christmas, you think, the bands will be taking time off. Did you go to Cold Chisel?
I had the opportunity of going to Cold Chisel.
What does that mean?
I didn't go.
Does that mean that you could have actually met Jimmy and the band?
No. There was a mate that he couldn't go, so he said, "Do you want a ticket?"
I did.
Did you go?
It was so cool.
Yeah,
it was great.
I heard that was an awesome. I went to the. I've just gone blank. Who was the man? Chris Cornell.
Oh, now that would be fantastic.
That was an amazing gig. So cool. That was at the Theatre Royal.
Yeah.
And just the sound, that was the best I've ever heard that place sound.
It's great. That would have been really good.
Anyway.
Very cool though. Super Groove opened for Cold Chisel. Now that was sensational. All that brass and Shea Fu, amazing. So good.
I heard it was a good gig.
Right, anyway, we better talk about, we're just sort of ranting at the moment, talking about cool stuff. It's about music though.
It is about music, it is.
What's cheese on toast? I mean, I know what cheese on toast is, love, but what is cheese on toast? In the music sense?
Well, the music sense. So what I wanted to just make an appeal out today is that we're winding down Christmas and everything else, but I think it's people should have a priority of going to see some local gigs, support some local musicians, and get out there. So Cheese on Toast is a gig guide. There's Under the Radar. RDU, in my opinion, do the best gig guide around in the city. And
I'll stop you there because there's a Joe Fuller. Our own Jo Fuller, she does a great gig guide as well, but keep going.
Does too.
She does too. Crazy red hair.
Yes, she does. So Cheese on Toast is just another avenue to go and have a look, and because people might not sort of see that. I mean, with the greatest respect to be there, it can be a little bit hard to navigate your way through around there.
It is hard. It is hard.
So Cheese on Toast. So I thought, well, let's have a look at Cheese on Toast.
Cool. Great.
Eat cheese on toast. I mean, that's eat cheese on toast because Makuna used to be it was a single point of entry, free listings, for bands to do their stuff around town, right?
Yeah.
Why is it?
I'm laughing because someone's in my ear proving a point. But you don't need to power. He's proving a point in my ear. And he's right in there. He's right in there.
Buzzing away.
He's buzzing away.
Another voice. I just don't need that in my head.
No,
so anyway.
Okay.
Back to me. So
it's all about you.
Yeah, and the artist. So Cheese on Toast. Go and have a look at it. I just want to check it out and see what's happening because there's heaps of gigs around town.
There is.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra are playing the Fountain. Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Oh yeah, I do. Amazing.
Rubin, Mint Chicks.
No.
The Mint Chick.
Where are these names coming from?
Oh, for goodness sake!
You need to educate me.
So go and have a listen to the Mint Chick. Awesome New Zealand band.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Another ear. Someone else speaking to me. They're going to it as well. That's Gordon.
So that's the Foundry on Tuesday. That'll be a great gig. That'll be an awesome gig. Yeah. Great band. And then we've got the guy, so Moses, Jed Parsons and Kurt, they've got a release in Churchill's on Saturday, their first little thing that they're doing, House of Mountain.
Oh, cool.
House of Mountain, that's their thing.
So a jam session?
No. They've put a little song together. A few little songs, and so that's a release party for them. So get along to that one. That'll be good. Those guys, awesome, really, really good.
Yeah, Moses is amazing. He's a good
and
guy.
Jed, I went to the Mel Parsons gig, and Jed was playing percussion there. That was So Julia Deans, Mel Parsons, and then Jed was on because he's normally, he's doing this with the guitar.
Bass. Oh, you're doing bass then.
I was.
Did you realise that?
I should be doing this.
I'm a bass player, so you're bass, which is good. So
that was Moses. Moses is on bass.
Yeah. He does play bass and lead as well. And we've got images here. There we go.
Now, that man there is Maddie Smith. So this is
sensational
inside.
Sensational hair.
I know. He's been modelling himself on it. So I'm growing it out.
Yeah, right.
Like a lion's mane, I'm going to be growing my hair out. And so that's inside Beatbox. This is our live gigs that we did there. So that's Maddie originally from Von Voin Strum, and
don't recognise him.
That guy there.
Okay.
He's there. And now there's Katie Thompson.
Right.
And Rob Grobert. So they kicked off the first series for us in there, and then Maddie played a little solo set, and then the last guys that came through, no broadcast, there they are. Now those guys are a bit more of a heavy sound, and they reinterpreted their song. It was gorgeous, really, really lush, beautiful.
Cool.
So here's the thing. what we're going to do, and I mentioned it last time I was here, is that we're going to put...
Go, Dean.
Pardon?
We've got to go.
Oh.
The voice is in my ear again.
Quickly, I'm just going to say, we're going to do a web release next week.
Yeah.
Next year, with all of those, so those tracks are being
Awesome.
managed and crafted, and we're going to send them out to the world.
Out to the world. Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
Merry Christmas
you take
to you.
Care.
Yeah.
Enjoy your sherry and your cider. And I love your shirt.
What do you think I am?
And I love your shirt.
Thank you. You
Love
too.
your shirt.
Love
Love your
you.
shirt. Right, next week, it's our last week of the year. OMG. And remember, Sole Mio. Are here next Friday. I know it doesn't sound like the middle. Thank goodness. Have a fantastic weekend. See you Monday.
Oh, Santa may have brought you some stars for your shoes, but Santa only brought me the blues.